Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Roy, accompanied by the one, the only, the Dominican bad man, Sergio, aka the floor price guy. And we're Combat Sport Guys coming back to you with another UFC full card breakdown, this time in the form of UFC 330. We got Islam Makhachev defending his title up against Ian Machado Garry. In the co-main event, we have Mackenzie Dern taking on Jillian Robertson. But before we get into this card, let's talk about last week where we almost had a clean sweep. I mean, I did pretty well on my picks. The main event, Quillen Southkill utilized that jab, took him down, got that guillotine in. What did you think of that fight, man?
Okay,
That
so
rear naked choke.
you
I'm
got
sorry, not guillotine, rear naked choke.
sorry, you got two wrong. Your boy got one wrong. We both got Gamrot wrong. He wilted under pressure. Which one did you get wrong? I'm trying to remember now.
I don't know.
There was
Gamrod, I
there
got wrong.
yeah, there was another one where we had kind of opposites. But yeah, like Gamrot fucked up, rushed, got jabbed, and then he shouldn't have rushed the takedown. That's it. Fuck around, find out. That's what happened with Gamrot.
Yeah, overall though, good card. I'm trying to see right now. I'm sorry if I'm taking my time. I'm trying to see right now. Which one we got? Via right, Miller right, Tainar we got right, Asplin correct, Nergaze, Montana I got right, Souza got right, Foro got right, Miller got right. No? Oh, Quarantillo, he lost to Ferreira via decision, where he could have beat his ass. He should have won that fight, but yeah, he lost.
Needs to go down to fucking featherweight. That man. That's
That
like
bro's
we're not
old. He
doing.
needs to retire, bro. What are you talking about going down? My guy, 40 years old. He needs to go down. Get the fuck out of here. He needs to retire. Go down. All right. We got this card on Saturday. Good fight, man. What do you think about this card? A lot of people shitted on this card, man. I think it's actually a really fun card. There's a lot of good fights. Obviously, Jose Ochoa pulled out and comes in Chapulin. But other than that, the card's pretty solid, in my opinion. A lot of fun fights.
Yeah, and I mean, look, let's start with Jeremiah Wells versus Orlovai.
All
Fucking
right, go
hell.
ahead. Take it away.
Nah, I mean, you got Wells that defeated The Rock's boy last time. Remember, Tarimbo. What is that? What is that guy? What's the guy's name?
Themba,
Tarimbo.
Garembo.
Garembo versus Orlovai, which is again like, you know, he lost that lightweight, came back up, and he's shown amazing style. Knocked out Jack Hermanson. Very impressive. Um, I mean, from a style point, Orlovai is the more complete fighter. You know, that Jeremy Wells, he's good, but I don't think he has a shot. I think Orlovai takes it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Minus 1,000, bro. I don't think so. What are your thoughts?
I think so. I think he's gonna run through him, control him. He moved up in weight. This guy used to fight at 155, Mitbek Orobai. He's moved up to 170. He demolished Chris Curtis. You know, he mauled him throughout those 3 rounds. Complete domination, 30-27, clear as day. Jeremiah Wells has a black belt, but make no mistake, this dude's gonna grapple him, bro. This is gonna just get in his. He can scrap on the feet, or he can take him down. He's gonna control him. He's probably gonna get the finish. I'm gonna go with Orobai here. I agree with the odds.
Yeah, but minus 1,000.
He
Damn,
should
that's
be minus 2,000, but yeah, I agree
oh
with you. It's crazy. Minus 1,000 is crazy. He should be minus 2,000. I agree with you.
that's insane, bro. Okay, we're going with uh Orlovai, the second coming of fucking Jesus Christ at that rate. Fucking hell, bro. Insane.
Next up, we have Neil Magny taking on Ramiz Barahimaj. This is a pretty easy fight to call, man. Like, you know, Neil Magny, he's been fighting all these prospects. He kind of went up against a really good prospect last time out, up against Yaroslav Amosov, where he was shown how much of a problem he actually is, right? He got the submission. But you look at Neil Magny, he's long, he's lengthy, he's fought a ton of contenders. He's a gatekeeper in that division. He's dangerous in the clinch, he's long. Uh, he's fighting up against Ramiz Brahimas, who's coming off that loss to Punaheli Soriano. You know, this guy has a pretty good, accomplished grappling resume, right? Like good pressure, good pace, can secure the takedowns, can submit you. And we've seen Neil Magny in the past get in trouble when it comes to people who can grapple and utilize that jiu-jitsu, right? Like we saw Jake Matthews have him submitted, and then that weird whatever happened in that fight, he came back and he got the like he lost and then he won, right? Remember that fight where they called it and then the ref said no, it's at the bell or whatever it was. Anyways, I
Herb
think
Dean,
Brahimar is
Herb
gonna get
Dean,
the win here. What happened?
Herb Dean, baby.
Yeah, Herb Dean, man, he needs to retire.
Mm. I think the Haitian sensation um, has, is a little bit overdue here. To be very honest with you, I think Brahima has always been my kind of pick. Even he lost last time. Like, who did he lose to? In a kind of like
Punahele Soriano. You said it.
Soriano beat him, man. So Soriano was, Soriano was fighting at middleweight, got clocked a couple different times, dropped down into the new weight division, and he's looked very, very good. I think Brahima is a great money line. It's minus 142. So there has been a little bit of money come in. I just I just think in regards to the grappling, Magny has always showed that kind of that weakness in the grappling department. I think Brahima should get it done here. Um, yeah, it's hard to think that the Jake Matthews thing would happen again, but this is MMA, right? Let's see what happens.
Right on. Next up, we got Rafael Tobias taking on Lucas Fernando. Tobias is last coming off that loss to DR Nurgazai via unanimous decision, whereas Fernando is making his UFC debut. He's coming from the LFA. Tobias is primarily a grappler. His entries and control on the mat are pretty nice. He doesn't just try to control you, he chases finishes. His striking isn't good nor technical, but he looks like he's working on it. He's trying to improve it. He moves forward and chases the takedown. You look at the side of Fernando, he likes to utilize his reach and fight at range. He has good striking defense, nice jab and striking technique. He pushes at pace and throws with volume, sets up his combinations well. His takedown defense, however, we have yet to see be truly tested, right? And we're going to probably see that be tested here, right? So you have a guy who can secure takedowns, can chase finishes, but lacks the striking defense, right? And we have a guy who we don't know how his takedown defense looks, but has really nice striking technique and can put you out on the feet. So toss a coin, man. At a minus 200 favor for a UFC debut, it's kind of choppy. I'm going to pick Fernando, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tobias gets some takedowns here and exposes him. But we'll see. Fernando should be the winner here.
I mean, let's see what happens with the reach, right? Like, is he able to keep him at bay with the reach, keep him aware? LFA guy coming in, bro. The UFC loves to pit Brazilian versus Brazilian. Those boys are.
There's a lot of them, bro.
There's a lot of them. It's just like fuck it. Let's just make them fight. 6'3". I'm gonna go with Fernando here. Will I bet? It's not a minus 290. Like 3-1 favorite is a little bit hefty in my book. Like I said, LFA guy making his premiere. Don't know his. I don't know his camp. That's the only thing I'm not aware of. But I'm gonna go with Fernando, and I'm gonna stay away from I'm gonna enjoy it, bro, as a fan. Let's see if Tobias can kind of strike with him a little bit, try to take him down. Let's see. We're gonna learn about both fighters, but yeah, I'm not light heavyweight division, one of the shallowest fucking divisions right now in the UFC. Fuck.
Yeah. Right. Next up, we have Vicente Luque taking on Trishan Gore. Trishan Gore is coming off that win up against Azamat Bekoyev, where he famously called out Hamzat Chimaev after. Remember? He said, I could take on Hamzat. He did call. Why are you saying no?
Bro, was smoking, bro.
Oh, I thought you were saying no, he didn't call him out. Yeah, he called out Hamzat Chimaev. Trishan Gore is coming up against Vicente Luque, who last submitted Kevin Gastelum. Gastelum hasn't looked good recently, right? Lucas is well-rounded. He's a striker first who can grapple. He can submit you or strike you on the feet. He does have power behind the shots. He does, however, have a lot of wear and tear. He's getting older, and he last moved up in weight, right? So he's fighting at middleweight now, man. He's coming up against Trishan Gore, who has a grappling-heavy approach, has some power behind the shots. He doesn't have the best technique and doesn't throw with a lot of volume output. However, he does have some power behind his shots. He beat Bekoyev and then called out Hamza, like I mentioned. Interesting fight here, man. Um, Vicente Luque should win. Trishan Gore. I mean, beating Azma Bekoyev is pretty impressive, but Bekoyev hasn't looked good in his last two outings, right? Like he lost to Yorsi Belgaru, right? He lost to the 6'5" kickboxing phenom. So
which he beat Abzur Malik, was very impressive.
yeah, and that was his first loss, which was good. So good for Malik, and we're gonna talk about him later. I think he's on this card, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, so yeah, so we'll talk about him later. But I think Vicente Luque as a dog here, I kind of like it. I'm gonna pick him, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, look, Vicente is the pick. I picked Vicente against Kevin Gastelum, specifically against Kevin Gastelum, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? Kevin is just taking paychecks here and there. I do feel that Vicente Luque is the better fighter. I feel that at 185, he's not cutting that much weight anymore, so he has more time to train, more time to do certain things. He's facing somebody a bit bigger than him, but again, ATT has a bunch of different training partners that are bigger. So I'm gonna say from a caliber standpoint, like I'm just worried about his chin. Um, but again, Vicente Lucas has a tendency sometimes to be very technical, and I think I'm gonna go with the dog. I just wish he
Yeah.
would have been more of a dog money, if anything. Like, but yeah,
Okay, I think they're basing off the fact that he's a bigger guy and he's coming off that impressive win, right? That's why it's not as
exactly.
wide as we thought.
Well,
But
and
we're
he
both
was
on.
getting dominated against Amzat until he gassed out, right? Because he has the gas issue, that kid. So um, I think Vicente is either like we'll see. Like it, yeah. There's so many ways this fight can go, man. Like I'm gonna go with. We're both going with Vicente Luca. Let's not overthink it.
Right on. Next up, we have Dante Johnson taking on Eric McConico Johnson. You look at him, he's on an 8-fight winning streak. He's undefeated. He last beat Cody Brundage via split decision, where a lot of people were upset at his performance in that fight. He's coming up against Eric McConico, who last beat Rodolfo Vieira via unanimous decision. Johnson has good striking technique. He moves really well in and out of the pocket, and tends to throw with volume. He's a bit undersized for this division. However, he's fast, inexperienced. He handled the pressure well from Cedric Dumas when they fought, right? Because Cedric Dumas came out with the wrestling pressure right away, ready to take him down, but he was able to pull out of that and get the second round submission win. He did, however, get taken out immediately, right? So that's something that we got to consider in the future. Mechanical, if you look at him, he likes to push forward and apply pressure. He throws big strikes and throws with power. He beat Rodolfo Vieira as a dog. And if you remember, I picked him in that fight, right? And I said that he's going to beat Vieira. Vieira struggles when it comes with these guys that have good takedown defense. Um, he looked good against Susakaya. I mean, this guy has fought some tough competition, man. Like, the thing about Eric McConical, he's fought across 3 different weight classes, right? Light, heavy, middleweight, I think welterweight as well, not heavyweight, one of those two. Um, but he looked good against Susakayev before he got knocked out. Plus 185 dog on Mechanical, right? My only concern for Brundage here is I'm not for Brundage, for Dante Johnson here is that it's the size, right? It's the size because he's always going to be the undersized fighter in these fights. And Dante Johnson's going to have a 3 to 4 inch height advantage, 5 to 4 inch reach advantage, and he can strike, man. And he can take a hit too. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go with Johnson here. I'll probably bet Mechanical though because I like the odds. Which doesn't make sense, right? I probably won't bet. I'll probably look at the live bets actually first. See how this fight looks live.
Or parlay it with another. You could parlay it with who in the top. Yeah, I mean not yet, but I think Johnson has shown signs of being very a lot of potential. Like God take again. Everybody's gonna have a good round when they're fresh. It's how you go past that, right? I picked up Johnson at a plus 200 when this kid took him down. And I was like, oh, bro, he's going to get back up. That kid's not an issue. He's had more time. He's cut from heavyweight to middleweight. Against Mechanical, if you ask me who's the better striker is, Johnson has more power. He's going to be a little bit more inside. He's been training against the current champion, John Strickland, dealing with that reach. And Strickland has good reach in that division. And you bet your ass that this guy's been preparing for the takedown and everything. Mechanical, like I said, it presents challenges, but I don't think Johnson is underprepared for this fight. He's fought like Sean Strickland is bigger than McConico. He's had a a tougher outing with him. I Johnson is the pick here. I'm going to parlay him with something else, but there shouldn't be a competition. He should. I think it's life for a knockout, if anything. So
Right on. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to our next fight. We have Charles Johnson taking on Eduardo Champolin. Jose Ochoa pulled out with an injury. Champolin, if you remember him, he won on the Contender Series via unanimous decision, but he was also on the Ultimate Fighter. He was Daniel Cormier's #1 pick. He got eliminated immediately in the first fight because he lost to Joseph Morales, right? Who ended up winning that series. So Charles Johnson's coming off that loss to Asua Mabayev via submission. Charles Johnson, man, his record there is looking like a little Christmas tree, huh? The issue with Charles Johnson, and we kind of know what to expect from him. He's tall, he's lengthy, he drops the first round. Every show you're gonna watch, every podcast you're gonna listen to, they're all gonna say the same thing. Oh, he's kind of slow to start, but he's long, he's lengthy, he picks it up in the second and third. He can wrestle, he can strike, he can pump out that jab. He's pretty well rounded. His sense of urgency needs to be improved, right? He's fast. I think he's coming up against an individual in Chapulin who was a former champion in LFA. Like, he does have good striking. He is fast. He can rip combinations to the body, throw nice kicks. Where he struggles is the takedown defense, and I think that's where Charles Johnson, if he's smart and if he does his homework, can thrive, right, and have some success. My only issue is here. My concern is if Chapulin comes in with the mindset is, you know what, this is a short notice fight. I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna be in their good graces because I took this fight. Fuck it. Let's throw caution to the wind and let's bang, right? Let's go out there and let's just go crazy. And he can have an upset, man. But I'm gonna pick with Charles Johnson just off of logic, right? He's fought the tougher competition. He's had the full training camp, and he was prepping for a tougher outing up against Jose Ochoa because Jose Ochoa can bang. So I'm gonna go with Charles Johnson here, but Chapulin can come in with the I don't care attitude and just fucking swing, bro. So it'll be interesting.
And we don't know what Charles Johnson is showing up. That's the reality. I mean, like
he's not on the internet no more, bro. He said he's not gonna tweet no more.
These guys get it. I understand, bro, but like, I don't know, bro. Like, do we trust
Isn't
him,
that
bro?
what you wanted, bro? Didn't you want him to get off the internet, bro?
On the internet, bro. Like, there's this, but the thing is, bro, like Asu outstroked him. Azu was landing more strikes than him. A guy that and we'll talk about the main event when it comes down. But it's like, brother, like you're facing a guy like that. Like, what type of takedown defense? Who you got in your camp, bro? You got touch butt, bro, or you got a Dagestani guy trying to take you down, bro? Like, so it goes back into that mindset. Like, these fighters, like, don't like. I get it. Maybe it's a money issue, but bro, like, fucking, you can get a lot of people now, bro. MMA is very big now. I don't know what Johnson is going to show up. Johnson technically should have this, but if you really look at it, Johnson might be one fight away from getting cut. If Johnson drops,
I don't think he's
drops this one. You don't think so?
I don't think he's getting cut, bro.
He fights like he after the loss, he just wanted to fight right away too. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick Johnson, bro. But
for as active as he is, and like how he's like lingering in that top 15, top 20, they'll keep him around. Good prospect.
Well, he might lose his ranking. He might. If my boy comes in here and starts playing with fire, he's gonna lose his ranking in this fight. So I just hope he comes with the right mentality. He addresses the first round. Try to pick it up, brother. Try to pick it up. You hold 2 wins against the top 5 guys in that division. So
yeah, interesting cat, huh? He's beat Joshua Van.
It's crazy. And then he's like, well, and then he goes into, well, I beat Van, I deserve a title, and then starts dropping fucking losses. And I'm like, well, that's not how you win titles. That's not how you get to the champ again. So,
yeah. Yep, you're right. I agree. We'll move on. We're both on the side of Charles Johnson. And we'll move on to a bout in Chidi Njokuani taking on Joel Alvarez. Alvarez, last time out, moved up to welterweight, where he won one. Not last time out, the fight prior against Vicente Luque, he moved up to welterweight, where he won that fight via unanimous decision. And then he dropped his second fight up against an individual who's proven to be a solid contender, right? In Amasov, right? He lost via submission. So he's 1-1 in welterweight. He doesn't attempt any takedowns. He's dangerous on the feet. He has good strikes, good power, good technical striking, solid movement. He has poor takedown defense, as we saw his last time out, right? But he didn't have to worry about that until his last fight, right? Because he was always fighting off his back, submitting people, throwing shit up. He just met his match, right? He met his match last time out. He has 17 submission wins, and prior to last, he hadn't been submitted or finished, right? He was, however, I mean, he was KO'd by Arman Tsarukyan in the past, so. But that was at him like at 155 when he was kind of weight cutting pretty ridiculously, right? You look at Chidi Njokuani, he's a long, rangy striker. He has nice kicks, nice technical striking. We talk about him coming to welterweight and our concerns that we had with him, but he's looked fast, polished. He has missed weight a couple times though, man. Your boy has missed weight a couple times. He has good movement. He fights well at range. 75% takedown defense. He shouldn't worry about the takedown defense here. He's not gonna have Joel shoot on him. Fun fight. I'm gonna go with Joe Alvarez though. I think Joe Alvarez is the more dangerous of the two on the feet. He should be able to get it done.
Joel doesn't shoot on him? You think he doesn't shoot?
Joel hasn't shot a takedown in the UFC, bro. What are you talking about?
I think my boy's about to shoot against this cat. My only issue with Chidi is his chin. That's that chin,
Why
bro.
would he shoot, bro? They're the same height, same size. Why would he shoot? Just get in there, get in the clinch. Boom.
I know, but I feel Njokuani could piece him up. I think he's a better Muay Thai guy. So the knees, the elbows, he has a very good Thai stance, like better out of Anderson Silva, able to kind of come in. That's what I'm saying. If I'm Alvarez,
should I remind you of the undersized Carlos Leal fight where he was getting touched?
Hey, bro, listen.
He was getting touched, and he was clinching, bro, on the fence, bro. He was clinching, bro, after getting touched. He was just hanging on for dear life, bro. Remember that?
Man, man's on the juice and the Jamba juice, bro. Jamba juice.
I'm just saying, bro. I remember he was getting touched up against the cage, and he was trying to grab him. He was like this, bro. He just kept trying to grab him, bro. Trying to stand upright. But yeah, go ahead.
That's crazy. No, I mean, look, this is a good fight. Strike for strike, I think, and Chidi should take him out. But I mean, who's the better grappler here? Alvarez is. Alvarez has better grappling.
Better jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, does he get the takedown? Does that 75% hold? Right. I think that's the only thing here. That's the thing. I want to pick Chidi, but like I really feel that this minus 325 is it's more grappling. So I'm gonna go with Alvarez.
There's gonna be no grappling, but I don't know why you keep saying grappling. He's dangerous on the ground, bro. But if you could find me him shooting a takedown, bro, I'll be surprised, bro.
I'm gonna look at those odds and I'm gonna see. Okay, right now
he's grappling. That's crazy. That's like that's crazy.
But listen to your boy. Your boy, when two strikers face and they're a little bit close to that, like I'm gonna have to go. Let me see, round method. They haven't put the strikings the thing yet, but yeah, my only concern with Chidi is his chin and the grappling department. They're both big. Has Alvarez, has he fully adjusted to that weight division? That's my only kind of questioning, which he has. Like he came, but it's just the other guy's an animal, bro. That guy that from ATT, that like, bro, that guy's like. He's top 5 material right off the bat. It's just, coming from Bellator, wherever the fuck you're coming from, they don't give you the recognition. I was going to go Chidi, but it's just, like I said, Alvarez is my pick here. I think he mixes it up with the striking, takes him down. And once he's down, it's good night.
Do we think Chidi makes weight? You want to bet on that?
No, he makes weight or he's going to get cut, bro. He can't miss weight again.
Right on. Move on to our next fight. We got Edson Barbosa taking on Esteban Ribovics. I'll make this short, bro. Ribovics is probably going to run through this cat, bro. Probably going to knock him out. I'm going to pick Ribovics here. Ribovics has nice boxing, kickboxing, good power. He throws heavy hooks, spinning attacks, nice combinations. He's explosive. He can finish you on the feet. He does struggle with the takedown, as we saw last time out, right? Where he was taken down by Mateus Gamrot and submitted. Barbosa, bro, he was knocked out by Jalen Turner, who made his return last time out. He was rocked on the feet by Drakkar Klose. And then Lerone Murphy beat him via unanimous decision in a 5-round bout. I just think age is catching up to Barbosa, man. Like, when you think about Barbosa, we already know what he brings to the table. Right? He's a solid striker. He has solid leg kicks. He's technical. He has knockout power, good speed. He has a 70% takedown defense. This fight's going to be on the feet. Someone's going to get finished, and I think it's going to be Barbosa. So I'm going to pick
Yeah,
Ribovics here.
I mean, age matters in the sport. Your chin, Barbosa's got it knocked out too many different times. Esteban has showed like the volume punching he's going to propose, and then you have an issue that you face a guy that, you know, he's very dangerous in that first round. But what's going to happen? The thing is, bro, he's a fast switch guy, and Ribovic is bro, it's like a Nick Diaz brother. He's gonna fucking start pumping that this man's conditioning is off the chain. So I think
Yeah.
that's how he's gonna get him. And like we got to remember, Barbosa went down to 145 to rediscover himself, and has faced tougher opposition. Now he has to come back up. Got knocked out by Jalen Turner, the returning Jalen Turner, which was significantly lengthier, and now faces Ribovic. And I mean, um, if I'm Barboza, bro, try to fucking get him out of there in the first round, bro. But yeah, man. Or
Yeah, Ribovic, he does give up some length here, but I think him in the pocket shouldn't worry. Just rip those shots, rip those hooks to the body, right? Overwhelm him and try to get him out of there, man. Because he is gonna slow down. We've seen Barbosa slow down recently in his last couple fights, in the
yeah,
second round, third round.
and Barboza there, like I had a coach, bro, that had the eyes of Barboza. Um, yeah, bro, that's what happens when you get fucked up in a tie, and that's an elbow to the face, bro. Um, your
It's
eyes never.
crazy.
And yeah, well, that's tie, bro. When are we gonna get this stitch, bro? In 2 3 days, brother. We got to go to the hospital. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Ribovic should get it done, man. He's a pretty good fighter, Ribovic. He's an entertaining fighter. I'm glad that he's on the main card and he's on a pay-per-view for once, bro. They've
That's a
had
nice.
this man locked up in the apex for a while, man. Give this guy behind a crowd, bro. Watch the people go crazy.
Yeah, but he needs to win, and that's the thing. That like he has a style pleasing fight. The Gamrot fight shouldn't take, bro. If I'm Rico, bro, don't take grapplers, bro. Fuck this shit, bro. Take grapplers when you're top of that division, bro. Fuck these guys, bro. Fuck these grappler guys, bro. Just say, bro, I just want to stand and bang.
Right
Um,
on. Yeah. We're both on the side of Ribovic. We'll move on to our next bout. We have Mansour Abdul Malik taking on Dustin Stolfoots. Minus 550 favorite. Abdul Malik is coming off that loss to Yorsi Belgaru, where prior to getting KO'd, right, in the clinch with the knee, he was taking some of his best shots, man. Like he was in there banging with him. The takedowns weren't working. Yorsi showed us how good his takedown defense was in that fight because he's so big, right? He's so long, he just sprawls out, widens his legs and sprawls and is able to just keep the fight standing. But there was some bright spots for Mansour Malik in that fight, right? Like, he took some of his best strikes, and it was his first loss. I mean, he's now 9-1. It's good for him. We're gonna see how he bounces back. I don't see him losing two in the row. He's coming up against Dustin Stolfoots, who last lost to Kelvin Gaslam via unanimous decision. Stolfoots is a grappler first, but he usually looks to get his wrestling going and keep constant pressure. He has good jiu-jitsu. He throws heavy. Doesn't have the best technique. He should look to keep this fight on the feet. This is a good fight stylistically for Abdul Malik because he's not gonna have to worry about the striking combinations or the jab getting pumped out and placed on him, right? Kind of like what Yorsi was doing. He was using that length and popping that jab, and peppering him. Malik, as we talked about, is a Division I wrestler out of the University of Maryland Athletics. He comes forward, utilizes his strikes to level change and secure takedowns. He does have some power behind his strikes. Yeah, man, I think for him, like what we've seen from him so far is just like a learning process, right? Like remember against Nick Klein, right? Remember he got rocked early, he came back and got the KO. Cody Brundage, it all got overturned to a draw, but they were banging it out. Antonio Tricoli was an easy submission for him. So it's just a consistent learning process for him. He's going to get better as he goes. I like him here. I think he gets it done. I think this fight stylistically is a good matchup for him. So I'm going to pick Mansour Abdul Malik.
yeah, and I mean, look, Mansour's the pick, and if you ask me about Yuzuri, what's that guy's name? Yuzori?
Yorsi.
Your Yuzi, I got Yuzori,
If
bro.
you've been watching
Yuzori.
this for a while, if you know Floor Price guy, he sucks with names.
I'm
He'll
like
I don't
Chael
know what it
Sonnen, bro.
is.
I'm
I don't
like
know what
Chael
it
Sonnen.
is. He does it on purpose, or he just does it like he'll butcher your name.
I'm like Chael Sonnen, bro. I learned from the
Say,
best,
hey, what's you watched the podcast with Kamara Usman? What's his co-host name?
bro. Cejudo. No Cejudo?
Okay, you said it right. Because you normally say Sedujo. You always say Sedujo.
Cejudo, bro. I mean, look, the thing is, Yuzori is fuck. I butchered his name. I mean, he's gotten so much better, and the thing is, Mansoor has been the bigger fighter, and you know, when you face these guys, bro, like I said before, bro, like I get it. You need to John Strickland, another guy that trains with him, brother. You need to get guys that are bigger than you when you face guys like that. And I think that was the issue, bro. He wasn't. He probably came in and said, you know what, I'm gonna take this fool out. And bro, that guy is a problem. That guy's reach. So against somebody like Dustin, where again Mansoor is going to be the bigger fighter again, shouldn't have an issue. I mean, like, and just keep it standing. Um, Fire with fire, they both hit hard. But I think Mansoor should keep it here. The odds, bro, these odds represent man's getting annihilated like that.
You agree with these odds? Is it too crazy for
I
you? You agree
don't,
with them?
I don't punch for punch. I
Let
really
me ask
don't.
you, bro. What's your fascination with Sean Strickland? You mentioned him twice already, bro.
Because the guys that he's the majority of his teammates are fighting this card. They're in Vegas, baby. That's why. And he's trained with a bunch of them. Like, what was the other cat I mentioned? Dante and him. They get sparring from Sean Strickland. So that's what I'm saying. At least you have that edge going into that fight. And like you're the bigger fighter, he's gonna get it, bro. It's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Mansoor. Now at this rate, bro, I am betting on this fight. That's for sure.
Right on. We're both on the side of Mansoor Abdul Malik. Next up, we have Jalen Turner taking on Kwai Fernandez. This is a banger, in my opinion. I'm excited for this fight because, you know, Jalen Turner had that momentary, moment where he's like, I'm going to retire. Mentally, I'm not there, right? He saw a sports psychiatrist. He came back and he got the win against Edson Barbosa. Now he's fighting a Kwai Fernandez, right? Jalen Turner, he's long, he's lengthy, he utilizes his reach really well. He's well rounded. He's primarily a striker who does have good jiu-jitsu. He can fight off his back. He can scramble. And he does have knockout power, right? He's coming up against Kwai Fernandez, who last time out made Harry Hardwick leave in a wheelchair, bro. Imagine getting your legs beat up so bad, bro, that you got to leave in a wheelchair, bro. You can't even stand straight. Kwai Fernandez is known for his, you know, kickboxing and his Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Like, he has really nice calf kicks, really nice kicks to the legs. He's aggressive. He's durable. He's very smart too. He has really good IQ. He capitalizes on grappling exchanges. His striking isn't as refined as Jalen Turner's, but it's refined enough that it gets him through a lot of these fights, right? Like, and I think in this fight, right, Jalen Turner is probably the more well-rounded fighter, and he can find the knockout, right? But I think Fernandez here fights long. Like, he can utilize that jab, get those kicks going, right? Really pose a threat to Jalen Turner, disrupt that base. I'm gonna pick Kawhi, but I won't be surprised if Jalen Turner does something here. But I'm gonna pick Kawhi because I like him as a dog.
And it's close too, plus 125. I have the DraftKings app to see um, um, what could he get done here. I mean, like, let me just give me 1 second. So I want to see if it went up or down.
Yeah, I could see this fight going either way, though. Like, just being completely honest, I wouldn't mind what other side you pick on. Because if you're on the side of Turner, you're gonna say, "Oh, he's taller, he's lengthier, he's gonna knock him out," and that could
Well,
happen, right?
I mean, Kai Fernandez is very good with his striking, right? Like specifically his Muay Thai. Like, he has death kicks. I think, he fought that Hardwick guy that got knocked the fuck out, bro. That was crazy for the amount of shit that guy was talking, bro. Got knocked out. Against Turner, it becomes interesting because if he's able to come in plant, Turner just needs to jab cross, potentially take him down. I feel here Turner's the pick. This is the first time we're going to go on opposite end. I think Turner puts it together very nicely. Like, just wait for the counter, jab cross. You're going to connect. Like, this reach matters. Height difference. I see this becoming an issue if Turner gets lazy with checking his calves, like if he doesn't check the calf kick, that's going to become a problem. But as long as he's able to clip, jab, cross, so every time he goes for the tie kick, you gotta counter. That's how he's going to win this fight. He's going to catch him, probably even submit him.
Right on. Damn, submit him. It's crazy.
Oh, bro, that reach, bro, comes with a price.
Jalen Turner and Fernandez were on opposing ends here, and I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I could see a side where Jalen Turner knocks him out, but Fernandez is pretty good, man. I like Fernandez. Picking him here.
But
We're
I
on
mean,
opposing sides.
you gotta remember Turner has only lost the top opposition, so
you gotta remember we picked Guaram too, bro. And the way he fought Guaram Kutaladze was pretty good.
yeah, no, he fought good. He fought good.
Yeah, and then this guy got. I mean, Jalen Turner's fought tough opposition. I agree with you. Renato Moicano, we won't forget that incident. But other than that, yeah, he has fought. I mean, coming back though and beating Edson Barbosa. I mean, I wish he would have fought somebody tougher, right? Because he lost like his last three, right? Renato, Ignacio Bahamondes. He should have won that. Then he got submitted by Ignacio. Huh? I forgot about that. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just.
And Ignacio's not that known for his takedowns. Remember, like he struggles with the takedowns. That's crazy. Anyways, we're both on opposing ends here. We got our co-main event. We got Mackenzie Dern facing off against Jillian Robertson, bro. This is like the Spider-Man meme. They're both looking at each other, bro, because they're the same fighter, dog. Like these guys, like if you look at them, bro, they fight the same, bro. I just think Mackenzie Dern's gonna be the more durable, the more hardworking, the more aggressive of the two. And she's packing on some size, bro. She looks a lot bigger. I said this last week, right? And I think she's doing that for a purpose, right? She's doing that so one, it's hard to take her down, and then two, she's gonna have those. She's gonna be able to sit in a lot of those punches, right, and kind of overwhelm Jillian Robertson as the fight progresses. Now, what do we know about Mackenzie Dern? Both these girls have exceptional jiu-jitsu, right? They both have exceptional jiu-jitsu background. Jillian Robertson has the upper hand because she has the most finishes in the division, right? When it comes to submission wins. And in terms of takedowns, Jillian Robertson has her beat 40% compared to, I think it's 10 to 20%. Let me see. I have it written down here. 18 to 20% is Mackenzie Dern's takedown accuracy versus Jillian Robertson's 40% takedown accuracy. Jillian Robertson is also aggressive on the feet. She comes forward. She moves forward. She has power. She can drop individuals and then get on top and pummel them with ground and pound or search for the submission. I just think Mackenzie Dern has fought the way tougher competition. Like I think Verna Jandaroba is a better grappler, I would say, than Jillian Robertson. Would you agree with that?
Yep. Way fucking better.
And Mackenzie Dern, I mean, I picked against her in that fight too, and she did pretty good on her own, right? Like stopping the takedowns, bringing it back up to the feet, and trying to get the striking going. Now, is there going to be moments in this fight where Jillian Robertson looks good and she gets those takedowns early, right? And she's probably controlling, and it could be feeding into the bless you. It could be feeding into the tactics, right? Like I'm gonna let her get this takedown, I'm gonna tire her out, and in the third and fourth, we're gonna see what we could do, right? So I'm going to pick Mackenzie Dern here because I just think her striking is a lot better, her tenacity, her come forward movement. I think, like you said before, when we have two people who specialize in one thing come together, they kind of tend to respect it and they kind of tend to avoid it, right? Like when we have two strikers come together, for some reason they decide to grapple, right? They decide to grapple and utilize that jiu-jitsu. So I think Mackenzie Dern here is going to be the pick for me.
And I mean, look, again, Jindrova should have won that fight. Like she was obviously the better striker. And I mean, I had Mackenzie Dern winning. It's just, I read the countdown and Jillian's like, well, she's never faced an opponent like me. Really? Because Mackenzie Dern has faced quite the opposition when Andrade was killing women at 115, got knocked out in fucking in New York. So she's been into the grapevines of fighters and everything. So, and like you said, who's the tougher opposition? Jandiroba or this girl? I kind of knew she was going to be fighting for the belt, champ, because they've flown her out to Winnipeg. Because that's the thing about it. The UFC knew all the way in April that this girl was fighting for the belt, right?
I knew after her last fight, she called for it.
Sorry, repeat again.
I said I knew after her last fight because she called for it. You know, she
Well,
was. I think she was top 5 already.
yeah, and I mean that division is kind of shallow, right? It's like a little bit right now, a little bit shallow. Wei Ling is probably doesn't give a fuck. You know, it's one of those things where she needs to probably taking some time off, etc. But yeah, I mean, look, the pick is here. Grappling for grappling. Dude, you're it's different jujitsu. Like it really, I really hope that they both say fuck it. Let's see who has the better jujitsu and just lean in, brother. Let's go.
Yeah.
But
Eh,
again,
I'd be careful though putting any of these girls in a parlay because Jillian Robertson can do something too. You know, I don't want to
yeah,
discredit her, but
no,
I'm picking Mackenzie Dern for the reasons that I mentioned. Right, she's coming in
yeah.
thicker. She's gonna be able to sit on her punches, absorb punches more. You know, just kind of be heavy, bro.
She's fought more 5 round fights too. She's been in
Uh,
the spotlight a little bit more. This is the first time Jillian they put her in the front lights, and this is one of the biggest events of the year, um, outside of the outside of Connor and outside of 250. Right when Makhachev fights, Makhachev draws a lot of eyes, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on this one. And Mackenzie should take it here. I have no doubts. The odds are pretty good as well. Um, and again, she's been refining her conditioning is better. It's not what it was. Her striking, Perillo has been more consistent with that jab cross. She used to be very loopy. Now she's straight. Pop,
yeah,
pop, pop, pop.
it's getting
Jillian,
better. It's gotten better.
it's so much better. But the thing is, all you see from Jillian is like takedown, grappling, submission. I don't think she could do that against Dern, but we'll see. Right? Again, like I said, I really want him to keep it standing.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens here, man. It's gonna be a fun fight. Two fighters, similar fighting styles. Um, the champs is has a tough opposition in front of her, but we're both on the side of Mackenzie Dern. We'll move on to our main event. We have Islam Makhachev taking on Ian Machado Gary. Gary is coming off that win to Bilal Muhammad via unanimous decision, whereas Makachev is coming up that win against JDM where he looked really good, right? Like he looked really good in that fight. It was his welterweight debut. He took him down. He controlled him. He looked good on the feet in some in regard to. He kind of bit at his feet a couple times, right? Like chopped his calf a bit, and kind of exposed how you can disrupt his base really well. And that's what Pratis took advantage of in his next fight. But Makachev, secured the title. He said in that fight he was more calm, more controlled because he wanted the double champ status, right? He didn't take many risks. And he's gone on the record by saying, hey, in this fight, I'm going to take risk. I'm going to look for the finish. I'm going to be a bit more entertaining because a lot of people said I was boring in my last fight, right? But he was more worried with just securing that title. And I think that's a good mindset to have, but it's also dangerous, right? Because we have seen Makhachev in the past struggle with individuals who have good footwork and good striking, right? And I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like Alexander Volkanovski in their first fight gave him trouble, right, with that in and out movement, that jab, and then Dustin Poirier gave him trouble as well, right on the feet, and some of the rounds when they fought. So and he's been knocked out before. Like let's not forget, this man's been knocked out before early on in his career, but then he doubled down and he locked in. He's coming up against Gary, who's a point fighter. He's light on his feet. He can grapple and utilize his jiu-jitsu. We've seen him do that against high-level striker, MVP, Prates. Like this guy has really good fight IQ, right? And in that Prates fight, he kept faking the takedown, and Prates was never really able to get going, despite being almost finished in that fight. He got it done. MVP turned into a wrestler. He fought Shavkat on short notice, right? And that's the only loss on his record. So this guy's a gamer, man. He's up for the challenge, and I think in this fight, he's gonna have moments where maybe if Makachev, he's no slouch on the feet. He has that combat sambo background that emphasizes like kickboxing and the throws, right, and all that, the judo throws and all that. He has good kickboxing, good striking, and I think he might have some success on the feet in some of the rounds. But you're gonna talk about this too, like Gary's mentioned, like the people that he's brought in for this training camp, and it's kind of like makes you scratch your head, like why are you gonna make the same mistakes that this other person made, right? So I'll let you
And
talk about that, but I'm gonna pick Islam Makhachev, but there is a path for Gary there. He's a smart fighter. He's a good fighter. He has good movement, and if Makhachev tries to entertain and go on the feet, he could be in some danger, right? But I don't think Gary's gonna finish him or do anything like that. So I'm gonna pick Makhachev, bro. Like I'm not gonna overthink it.
Yeah, and I mean, look against Dustin. Dustin had a good outing. Apparently, if according to Dustin, it was 2-2. It was 2-2 heading into the. I don't think it was 2-2. Like I think he's a little bit delusional. It was not 2-2. But against this fight, I mean, we saw the takedown. He's talking about like, oh, I've been training with Damian Maya for a while, and the first thing I'm waiting for, okay, I'm waiting for him to mention, is there any Dagestani Zambo guys, wrestlers, like because you're just basically, um, it's like what do you call this guy when he fought? What's the guy that got knocked out by Prades? Mandalena. Mandalena brought in Craig Jones, bro, and it's like, what did that do, bro? You didn't get fucking shit done. So I think it's similar, bro. Like you're facing a different caliber of wrestler. Like this is, bro. This is not Bilal Muhammad, bro. This is, and also you add the fact that Islam understands who he's fading, and what do you say? This guy runs, I'm going to run a little bit more. My condition is going to be a little bit higher up. Islam doesn't go striking for striking with this guy. He's going to look into getting close to the pocket. Gary is going to be in his bike, in and out, kicking. Like Gary is going. If Gary wins this, it's going to have to be at range. He's going to have to kick outside the range, right? So I mean, where the challenge presents itself is if what do you call it? If Islam can't take him down.
Does the height and reach make you worried? Six
No,
three. He's way bigger than Madalena. 6'3" has bigger reach.
I mean, like I said, like what's the gas tank? Because Islam will not get. Islam is not going to give this guy space. Like that's the problem. Like, and he's going to circle and he's going to cut and he's going to try to rush him. And there's all these different things, right? Like, and you're right. Like he could get knocked out. He could, but it's like Gary hasn't shown that kind of like knockout. Like when
Yeah, yeah.
he's
He,
knocked
he's
somebody out.
he's not a knockout. He's a point fighter.
He's a point fighter, and that's the problem. Because I would like
I don't
I
think he
would
has any knockout. Let me double check that. I
no,
don't
he
think he
does.
has any.
He does.
Does he?
That's the lower tier competition. He could
Oh,
if he
Daniel Rodriguez. Yeah, head kick.
yeah, but Daniel like
Kanan Song, Jordan Williams. Okay, he does have. Sorry,
Daniel
go
is
ahead.
no, it's okay, but Daniel is like uh not that good movement, cardio. Yeah, man. I mean, look, like this is like, I mean, this is tough, man. I don't think Gary is gonna be risking. I don't think it's like the guy that we talked about, Charles Johnson versus Eduardo. Um, balls in the first round. I don't think he's gonna do that. Like I don't think um, if Islam shoots for a takedown, I don't think Gary tries to do a flying knee. He's gonna try to step away, circle away, and I think Islam will be prepared for that. But if he's not,
I think Islam can finish him, bro. I think Islam can finish him.
he will. Like he just has to like I said, bro, get in his blade position. Um, and when he shoots, he has to counter and try to take him down. Bro. This is gonna be a very good fight. This is Conor McGregor versus Habib one
And
on one.
apparently, I don't like to make that comparison. That's crazy because there's no bad blood between these two.
No, no, no.
There's
But
no
I mean,
bad blood, bro.
no. I don't mean from a hostility point, but I mean from a movement and grappling, because this is what it was, and we got to see what happened.
I don't know.
Habib,
You think Machado Gary is more a Conor McGregor type fighter? No,
oh,
bro.
he
McGregor was
looked like
starching people prior to the
no, but I'm
this
talking
fight.
about the movement, the in and out, the in and out. He's a point fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that and
Conor
if
wasn't a point fighter, bro.
no, but he had to be on his bike, right? Like so he had to be distance, jab cross, away. That's what I'm referring to with Eon. Eon's gonna play the same game of like it's that thing. But
Yeah,
as
no, I
long as
get
he
you. I
keeps
get you.
punching
A lot of
away,
people make the comparison because they're Irish versus they're Dagestanis. That's the reason why they're making the comparison, bro.
and that's fine. Like that's the whole thing. But I'm talking about from a striker to grappling. The other
Yeah,
thing too is like, brother, you're gonna have to throw kicks, right? The only way you win is you're gonna have to throw kicks. You're gonna tell me Islam's not gonna catch one of those kicks?
yeah.
That you see
Islam
that?
too, though. I wanted to mention that he put on some weight. Like they said that he packed 11 pounds of muscle. Was it 11 pounds or
Yeah.
11? Yeah, 11 pounds of muscle, right?
He's been
So
stacked for a while. Even like at Mandalena, like he was.
yeah, it came in pretty big.
Yeah, and he's 34 years old, hungry, trained. Um, like I said, like it's one of those things. Unless there's is there an injury here that we're not aware of?
Nah.
Nah, brother. And that's the thing about it. Like Gary's game plan is going to revolve around movement and is going to revolve around kicking. Kicking will set up the striking, right? I don't think he punches. It's the kicking, and he's going to have trouble. We've gotten to see what happens when Gary faces a guy, grapplers that are better than him. Oh,
Yeah.
but what about Bilal, bro? That Bilal has not been able. Bilal couldn't even take Bonfim down. What does that tell
Yeah.
you?
Bilal hasn't fought the same since he left that camp.
No, exactly. So that's kind of my pick in that regard, and I don't think it's funny because they should have given Islam either Prades or Morales, and they didn't. They went with Bilal, and like I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Makachev, bro. We're both going with Makachev. We're
You
all
mean they went with Gary?
yeah, but they should have given Morales or Prates. Like it was
Yeah, but you said Bilal, so I was confused. Like Bilal, who's
no,
that?
yeah, and at the time was he the number one contender? Like in terms of like, I think so because he lost the belt to Jack Magdalena, and then that was his first loss against Gary.
No, he lost the belt to Jack Maddalene, and then he fought Gary. Yeah, he
That's
fought
what I'm saying.
Gary.
So he
But
was
that's
like,
what got Gary the title shot, was beating Bilal.
but it's. I mean, I wouldn't have gone that route. Like I would have just given it to
But
like,
Gary, you got to think about it. Gary's come in on short notice. He's beat Prates, who ever since Prates lost, he went on a tear. He's active, right? He beat the number one contender. I mean, his argument was more. I mean, I think out of those, I think out of Prates, Gary, and Morales, Gary was the most deserving. Prates next, and I think Morales is the least deserving because who has Morales fought, bro?
well, he beat the number one contender, which was because the first what happened was that when Bilal beat Edwards, Sean
Yes.
Brady came in and beat Edwards in second round, submitted him right. So by default, you have number two, number one, but then Bilal comes back, faces Gary, wins, and it's that reshuffling of the deck.
Yeah.
We're just like
But also, too, these guys pick, bro. They tell them like, who do you want, Morales or Gary? Give us the easier fight, bro. give us.
Morales is a weight bully. Morales, if I can compare anybody to Morales, he's the Conor
He's you,
McGregor.
bro. He's you. Basically, you, bro. He's Dominican too, isn't he?
No,
No,
bro.
he's not Dominican. He's Ecuadorian. Okay, I was about to say, man. But he's a weight bully, bro. I agree with you. He's like
Big
240
fucking
pounds.
bully, bro. Too massive for that. When I saw Brady versus him, I'm like, what?
Well, Brady's short, bro. Brady's like my height, bro.
Yeah,
Fighting
bro.
one.
Bro, when you fight these guys, bro, and you clip them, bro, it's like when I clipped the guy, bro. I clipped my guy on Monday, and I told him, brother, I barely touched you. My man said, you think you barely touched me?
You gotta show the video so the people can see that you're a weight bully, bro. I want everyone to see that you're a weight bully, bro, in your sparring videos, bro.
Come on, bro.
You get me out there, bro, to Toronto. You fly me out there, bro. I'll show
Man,
you what's
bro,
up,
you're
bro.
done, bro. You're done, bro.
I'll
Listen,
show
you're
you what's
done.
up, bro. I'll take you to deep waters, bro. I'll take you to the eighth round, the ninth round. Bro. You'll be
You're talking with a
asking
man
for
that does 12 rounds. Hey, my 12 rounds of intensity.
12 rounds with scrubs, bro. You put a dog in there, bro. You'll see what's up, bro.
Okay, all right, all right.
I'm just motivating. I'm just kidding, bro. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'll remember this, bro. Don't worry about it.
I'm just kidding, bro. Relax.
Round, bro. It's like, where's your cardio, Playboy? Pop that belly, drop them hands, catch you with one of those uppercuts to the liver. My man shaking all of a sudden. My man, all of a sudden it's like, damn, it's hot in here. What's going on? Of
What are
course
you
it's
gonna
hot.
do, bro? When I hit you from the left side, bro, and then you look to the left, and I'm already on the right side, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? I'm gonna be moving like Goku, bro. Blah 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 blah. You know how they do a little zoom 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 zoom. It's gonna be me, bro. Teleporting. I'm gonna be teleporting from side to side.
If I did sleds and running and sprinting today, bro, bro, you're fucked, bro. When your boy's doing all the shit he doesn't want to do just to avoid a situation like that, bro, listen, who did I see the other day? Bro, they uploaded a picture against Todd Duffy and Frank Mir. Boys are sloppy in the first minute. Yo, bro, like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, your boy ain't that sloppy.
You can't get sloppy, bro. You need to work on your conditioning, bro. You got the striking already, bro.
Conditioning is there, champ. Don't worry about it. We do
Let's
3 days
go,
a
bro.
week of conditioning now.
Let's get it. Let's get
I
it.
got one
We're
more day.
both
Got one more day. But yeah, we're both going with Makachev.
we're both on the side of Makhachev. It's crazy that Makhachev and Dern in their fights have put on some muscle, right? Like the game planning is interesting there. The thought process behind it.
And look, and I'll be honest with you, if I go to the odds right now and I say is Islam and Mackenzie Dern,
Don't do that, bro. Everyone's gonna do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
you're not you were gonna do that?
Don't do that. Everyone's gonna do that, bro. Everybody's gonna do that, bro.
Let me check the odds. Minus 114. You had
Not
one
worth
more
it.
person that you think is gonna take it. Let's see. You put
I won't do that.
Mansour. No, I don't put Mansour. You
Put
know what,
mental.
bro? You give it to Vicente Luque, bro. Give it to Vicente. Vicente brings it up to plus 280.
It's crazy. Crazy. But make
Crazy.
sure you follow us on X. We put out our bets. We put out our picks. As always, any parting words, man?
Now, bro, we'll see you on that day, bro. It's gonna be a nice fight.
We'll see y'all. Peace. Love what you
Take
love. Do
care,
what you
bro.
do, mate.